Hi everyone, I just want to come and talk to you really quickly about what it is that you're feeding off of. What are you feeding off of? And what I mean by feeding, I mean like mentally, like your mind must eat. It's an energetic space. It holds energy. So if your mind has to eat, if it has to consume, what is it consuming? Are you feeding yourself? Are you feeding your mind positive ideas? Or are you poisoning yourself with negative things and negative thoughts? Are you feeding your mind healthy thoughts? Just like we feed our bodies healthy and nutritional food. And if you're not, then you should, right? Feeding your mind healthy, nutritious thoughts, things of love, prosperity, things of peace. Making sure that you're feeding into your spirit the things that will serve your higher purpose, the things that will pour into you. That is what you have to feed off of. Because if you don't feed off of the things that you are giving yourself, then you're left with the news, you're left with social media. And what do you think that social media, the news, what type of nutrition is the food that they're serving? What's the nutritional value of social media? What's the nutritional value of online and news media? What's the nutritional value of that? It's very low, super, super low. It's low vibrational, it's low input. You're gonna find out how someone got robbed, who got shot, and what bad, awful things have happened. If that's the nutrition that you're utilizing to fuel yourself, to fuel your mindset, could you imagine how tired you would be after listening to the news and going on social media, letting yourself feed on the energy of the toxicness that comes from that? What do you think that does to you over time? It's not an immediate thing. Over time, you become saddened, you become depressed, you become rigid, you become jaded, you become everything that you don't want to be. Why? Because you're feeding yourself things that don't serve you. You're feeding your mind thoughts that don't elevate your energy. Think about the thoughts that you're thinking. Are you thinking about thoughts that take your energy to a new level? Are you visualizing things that have your mind on another level? Because if you're not, right, that is poison to your spirit. That is poisonous. So a lot of times and I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. Are you poisoning yourself? Are you literally sabotaging your own greatest gift, which is you? If we're not careful about what we feed on and what we allow our minds to latch a hold of and to chew on, we will become just that thing that we think about and that we watch all day long. We'll become a victim of robbery. We'll become a victim of some heinous crime or situation. Why? Do you know what's going on in your mind, whoever you are? If you're on social media all the time, if you're on the news outlets all the time, you can already know what you're thinking because they've told you what to think. I could listen to the news and then tell you what you're going to tell me. You had no part in that thought process, yet you're walking around with it like it's Bible, like it's your truth. The news or social media gives you a truth, you staple it to your chest, and you walk around with that truth as if it's yours. So guess what? All the crazy stuff that's happening in the world, it's going to happen to you at some point. Why? Because you're feeding off of it. You're letting it consume you because you're consuming it. There's a little proverb that says, you are what you eat. Yes, you are what you consume. Isn't that amazing and shocking at the same time? You are what you eat. You are what you eat mentally. You are what you eat spiritually. You are what you eat physically. Whatever you're consuming, that's what you are. And if you want to know what's going on in the world, everyone you meet is you. Everyone you meet is you. What do I mean by that? They're playing you. You've already given them the script. You've already let them know what you want to say by how you show up, who you're being. So guess what they're going to do? If you're worried, stressed, you have anxiety, people, the universe, the world is going to mirror who you are. So you are everyone you meet. If you want to know why the lady behind the counter is pissed off, if you want to know why the guy behind you keeps honking the horn, it's you. And I don't mean it's your fault. I'm saying it's your reality playing out. It's reverse engineering. How I am on the inside shows up to the world, and then the world reflects it back to me. How I am on the inside shows up to the world, and the world reflects that back to me. What am I feeding on? What am I feeding on? What are you feeding on? What are you allowing yourself to feed on? We must become stewards, guard, protectors of our minds. Joyce Meyer, she's a beautiful pastor. She wrote a book, Joyce Meyer, is very lovely. She wrote a book called The Battlefield of the Mind. Joyce Meyer's The Battlefield of the Mind. And when I read that book by Joyce Meyer's, The Battlefield of the Mind, it really let me know that no matter what is going on externally, it first happened mentally. And if I could just get a hold, if I could just get some techniques and strategies on how to control this, then my reality will change. Until I got coaching, until I got leadership, until I decided to dive deep, I didn't know. I didn't know how to feed myself healthy thoughts. I didn't know how to say and think things that served my higher purpose. I did the best job that I could do with myself up until then. I don't know if I'm talking to someone, but have you done the best that you can do at this point in your life? Do you feel that you've taken yourself as far as you can take yourself? It's time to start feeding on new food. In the Bible, they talk about baby food. And even as we watch kids grow, first it's baby food, and then it's soft food, and then it's whole food. So which food are you nurturing yourself with? Are you still having baby food, and that's why your life seems like it's in a baby stage? Are you still in the mushy stage where you're a food and nutrition where your life is mushy, not quite together? Or are you eating whole food where your life is whole and content and together? Which side of the spectrum of the nutritional factor are you on, mentally, spiritually, physically? And if you want to go to the next level, pay the cost. Mentally, pay the cost. Emotionally, do the work. Financially, invest in yourself. Stop purchasing things that break and will go bad and will wither away. You are an ongoing process. Pour money into yourself, into your spirit, into your mind, into your heart, because that is what's going to serve you, lead you, guide you to the next level and the next level and the next level. But constantly spending your money and feeding off of things that don't serve your higher purpose is poisoning your spirit. It's poisoning your mind. It's poisoning your family. It's poisoning your circle. It's poisonous. It's toxic, right? So my wish and blessing is that you have the courage enough on this day, whenever you see this video, have the courage to say, I'm going to stop wasting money on small things and invest on the biggest thing in my life, which is my personal well-being, my health, my mental and emotional well-being. How am I being? Am I healthy? Am I toxic? How am I feeding myself? Because that is going to show up in every aspect of your life. What you're feeding yourself, what you're allowing yourself to feed on, shows up later. It just doesn't, it's not a macro adjustment, it's micro. It happens in the smallest increments. And one day you look up and you don't even know who the hell you are. You look in the mirror, you don't know why you married that woman. You don't know why you married that man. You don't know why you have the job. You don't know why you bought the house. You don't know. And that's not a comfortable place to be in. So my wish, my blessing, and my inspiration is for you to have courage to take the first step to invest in yourself. Invest in your health, in your wellness, and feeding yourself the proper things that make you healthy, that make you happy, and that make you whole. I'm so excited, so excited. Until I talk to you guys again, feed yourself the healthy foods, the nutrition, mental peace, love, prosperity. And don't allow yourself to chew on all the negative things that are out there, because they'll find you. All right, be healthy. Level up your mind, eat healthy, be healthy, because you are the greatest gift that you have ever received. All right, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.